सिंधु पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। So, welcome to the Bhagavad Gita discussion on Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's Sarartha Varshini Tika and the Rasak Ranjan, which is the sub commentary to the Sarartha Varshini Tika. So, we have completed chapter 2 and now we are entering into chapter 3. In one sense, Krishna has only summarized everything in chapter 2, and everything will unfold in the coming chapters, right from 3, 4, 5, 6, about Karma Yoga, Gyan Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. And of course, he has spoken about Bhakti as the topmost process, which is from 2.40 to 45, which will be elaborated in the middle 6 chapters. So, in one sense, just in a summary or in a gist, Krishna has spoken in the second chapter, which will unfold in the coming chapters of the Bhagavad Gita. So, in one sense, the third chapter is also very important. The third chapter is titled as Karma Yoga. All the acharyas give this title for the third chapter. So, this is the overview of chapter 3. Uh, Verses 1 to 10, Karma Yoga is better than Gyan Yoga. Now, I will not go into the overview of chapter 3 right now. Let me come in between and then I will give the overview so that you can better appreciate what's really happening in the Gita. So, but we will go through few verses maybe because today is the foundation for chapter 3. Maybe we will be able to discuss 3 or 4 verses or 5 verses. Let us see. So, but the first section is verses 1 to 10. Karma Yoga is better than Gyan Yoga. Now, Arjuna's question, he's going to begin chapter 3 with this question. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur lays the foundation for Arjuna's doubt. Now, he has a different take altogether compared to Baldev Vidyabhushan. And I'm bringing out both here just for understanding purpose. But we will go by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. And as I mentioned, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary is a very Rasika commentary where he brings out the rasa of the exchange of emotions which is happening between Krishna and Arjuna also. So in Bhagavad Gita 240 and 45, Krishna establishes Buddhi Yoga as Bhakti Yoga, which is superior to Karma Kanda and even Jnana Yoga. So is established because it's Nirguna, Nirdvanda, Nitya Sattvasto. So this Nirgun Bhakti has been glorified. Gyan is, of course, Sankhya Yoga, which is verses 12 to 30. And then, after glorifying this Nirgun Bhakti, then Krishna gives the example of Yavad Artha Utpane. Just like for so many other desires, you have to go to so many other wells, so many other demigods. So, but one who takes bath in the lake, all his desires can be fulfilled. Similarly, one who uh, worships the Supreme Lord, even with Sakama Bhakti also, he need not go anywhere else. So that was the point Krishna made in that. And then he starts instructing Karmanyeva Adhikaraste, Nishkam Karma Yoga now. Now, if you remember very clearly, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in his purport mentions that you don't have right now the qualification for Nirgun Bhakti. And, so that's why I'm giving you instructions for Nishkam Karma Yoga. That's what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur establishes there. I'll just take out that part so that you can see the connections. You'll have to understand the connection between chapter 2 and chapter 3. And stay tuned, because this understanding if we don't get, then uh, we will not be able to understand the flow in the Bhagavad Gita. Yes, 2.47. 2.47, yes. Um, yeah, karmanyevadhikaraste. So what does Krishna say? The Lord wanted to speak the process of Gyan, Bhakti and Karma. Urja, who is it there for? Having spoken of Gyan and Bhakti Yoga, the Lord then considered that these two were not suitable for Arjuna. He thus speaks Nishkam Karma Yoga. So he wants Arjuna to take up Nishkam Karma Yoga. He's not suitable for Gyan or Bhakti. You will be suitable for Bhakti. Of course, that is a Krishna is progressively revealing the Gita because he will speak about how one gets bhakti by the causeless mercy of the pure devotees. And bhakti yoga is the highest. He is going to establish that. So then he speaks Nishkam Karma Yoga. And while speaking Nishkama Karma Yoga, within which there is jnana, he spoke about that jnana. Yadate moha kalilam buddhir veti tarishyati. That buddhi refers to jnana. And Shruti Vipra Pratipannate Yada Stasasi Nischala Samado Achala Buddhi. Again, Buddhi, Achala Buddhi. So that refers to the Nishkama Karma Yoga. When it matures, it becomes Gyan. When the heart becomes pure. And then you're on the Sthita Pragya stage. And Arjuna is inquisitive to know Sthita Pragya, Sthita Pragya Ka Bhasha. He asks these questions and then Krishna elaborates. And again, there also Buddhi he uses. But the most important is Shanti. Sa Shanti Madhigachati Prasade Sarva Dukkanam Hani Rashapajayate Prashanna Cheta Hi Buddhi Paryotishtate Ashantasya Kutasupam Vihaya Kaman Yah Sarvan Pumam Charati Nishpruha Nirmamon Nirahankara Sa Shantim Adhigachati. And then Sa Shantim Apnoti Na Kama Kami 71, 70, all these verses. So he had spoken about Shanti, 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 and Arjuna, in order to, avoid his Kshatriya Dharma, which is his Varnashram Dharma, he wants peace, he doesn't want war. So Arjuna is thinking of external Shanti in not form of the war, but Krishna spoke about something deeper. We spoke about the peace of the heart and the peace of the mind. Krishna meant Shanti means no material desires. And there is only desire to please the Lord or only desire to be situated in the self. Atmarati, Atmatrupta. But Arjuna is thinking about external Shanti. He wants to avoid this war. So that is why he will put forth this question in the third verse. So Vishwanath Chakra Thakur has established, how Bhakti Yoga is superior to Karma Kanda and Gyan Kunda. But in Bhagavad Gita 2.47, Krishna, considering Gyan and Bhakti not suitable to Arjuna, instructs Nishkam Karma Yoga. Now, something which you are trying to avoid and you have been told to instruct, now it's difficult for the false ego to perform it, In one sense, this is a leela happening between Arjuna and Krishna, we have to understand. Now, Baldev Vidyabhushan, he takes the crux as 2.47, Durena Viram Karma. Become free from this avaram karma in the form of karma kanda. Buddhi yoga dhananjaya. Buddhi yoga there refers to nishkam karma. So Arjuna considers this war as avaram karma. He thinks fighting is as what, avaram karma, and gyan is better. So that's what Vishwanath Chakravarti takes 2.49 as the doubt of Arjuna. But Vishwanath Chakravarti takes it as 2.47 because I mentioned the Acharya's perspective, who he's looking, Vishwanath Chakravarti is seeing everything as bhakti. So that's why here there is a progression of different levels mentioned by Baldev Vidyabhushan. When we study that, we'll come to know. But I just wanted to do the comparison. Now, Arjuna sees only two options: inactivity, that is renouncing, buddhi, be situated, shanti, peace in the Himalayas, or activity. And he thinks this is avaram, this is ghor karma, and he thinks it is sinful, Although Krishna has already mentioned, that if you don't do your Kshatriya duty, hitva papam avasit. But he feels this fighting is sin, So Arjuna only sees two options, but Krishna has actually spoken about four options. In fact, he has spoken five, according to Vishnu Thakur. One, Jnana Yoga. You know, by performing Nishkama Karma Yoga, one purifies the heart and he has no propensity to perform actions because the heart is pure. He has attained Shanti. And if you remember yesterday's class, Shanti was in the bracket, Vishnu Thakur says it's Gyan, right? So Shanti basically means no material desires. Prajahati yada kama. So there is no impetus for activity from the chitta because of the influence of the modes. So Gyan means no fighting. Gyan means no fighting because he doesn't want to fight. And Krishna has spoken about Nishkam Karma Yoga from 2.47 onwards, where there is renounced activity, fighting for liberation. And there is Karma Kanda, where there is fighting for heaven. This is fruitive activity, Sakama Karma. There is also Vikarma, sinful activity, giving up fighting. Krishna has spoken about that also in 2.32. And Krishna, in fact, has spoken about one more higher level, which is, you can say the transcendental platform, that is Bhakti Yoga, in fact. So above this also he has spoken about, Bhakti Yoga, which is beyond the modes, Nirguna Bhakti Yoga, which is 2.40 to 45. So Krishna has spoken, in fact, five levels, but Arjuna is thinking he sees only two options. And which Arjuna is more inclined? He's inclined to this. Because he can avoid the war and he can be peacefully situated in the Himalayas. But he is qualified for Nishkam Karma Yoga because he's a Kshatriya. Hmm? And by practicing Nishkama Karma Yoga, automatically, with the desire for not having the fruits, then he will come to the platform of Gyan. But directly he wants to take this higher level without having the Adhikar. So Arjuna has Adhikar for Nishkama Karma Yoga. And what Krishna is going to do in this chapter is that if Gyan is better, then why are you telling me to do this Ghora Karma? He says. So if Gyan is better, why are you telling me to do Ghora Karma? So that is the question. So if one is better, then why are you telling me to do four? But actually, Krishna has not spoken. He has spoken about two and three also. So Krishna in the third chapter, what he is going to do is that, Arjuna, for Gyan you require Adhikar, you have Adhikar for Karma. So perform Nishkam Karma Yoga. And then if you feel that you're not having Adhikar for Nishkama Karma Yoga and you are having Adhikar for Karma Kanda, then come down to Karma Kanda and from Karma Kanda come to Nishkam Karma Yoga. I hope you are able to understand this. So Arjuna is qualified for this and he is saying that, if you think you are qualified for Karma Kanda, but by performing Karma Kanda, Sakam Karma, come to Nishkam Karma. From Sakama Karma, go to Nishkama Karma Yoga. So this is what he'll speak in the third chapter. And then Arjuna, even if you think you're qualified for Gyan, you're Atmarati, Atmatushta, Aptatripta, but still perform Nishkama Karma Yoga. Still perform Nishkama Karma Yoga. That he'll bring it out. And ultimately, there's no question of Vikarma. No, there's no question of Vikarma here. So that's what will happen in the third chapter. So it's more like a third chapter is like a spiral, and it is a little complicated and difficult to understand in the beginning. But step by step, we will, try to understand this. And please stay tuned. And if you have any questions, you can always ask. Let's go to these two verses, understand these two verses, and then, I leave the floor open to questions. Okay. So here carefully. अर्जुनवाच जायसी चेत् कर्मणास्ते मता बुद्धिर्जनार्दन तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे मां नियोजसि केशव. Arjuna said, If it is your opinion, te mata, that intelligence is superior to action, karmana is action, buddhi is gyan, you know, jayasi means better or superior, chet. O Janardana, when Arjuna is addressing Krishna as Janardana, he is very sarcastically addressing, then why do you engage me? Kim mam niyojasi in this terrible action. Tat ghore karmani. So this karma he is thinking it is ghor karma. O Keshava. So again, this term niyojasi is very important, and Keshava, very, very important. So there is when Arjuna and Krishna are in Sakyaras, and externally, there is a deep philosophical question asked, but both Arjuna and Krishna are relishing their friendship in Sakyaras, you can say. And these three terms will make it clear: Janardana, Niyojasi, and Keshava. I'll come to the commentary. Okay, so here carefully. In third chapter, action offered to the Lord without personal desire is described. So as I was stating, Krishna recommends Nishkama Karma Yoga. Krishna actually recommends Nishkam Karma Yoga. And we will see, this is from Bhagavad Gita, you can say 3.3 to 3.35 at least. 3.35, sorry. But as I mentioned, that Arjuna, if you think you are not qualified for Nishkam Karma and you're qualified for Karma Kanda, so Krishna will say that from Karma Kanda, come to Nishkam Karma Yoga. So that will be from 3.9 to 3.16, I think. Okay, 16. Yeah, 16. And then, Arjuna, you think you're on Gyan platform. Still from Gyan, you come down to Nishkam Karmiga. So 3.17 and 18 he'll speak, but the instructions will go Karmanam Yam Sam Siddhim Yadyad Acharati Shrestha 22. Yeah, 24 till 24. And then 3.25 to 29 or 30, you can say, Krishna ultimately compares Karma Kand with Nishkama Karma Yoga. Yeah. And then Arjuna will, ask that question. How Karma Yoga elevates, Krishna will speak. And then about, lust, he will ask that question in 3.35. And how to conquer lust with the remainder of the chapter. The description necessary for a person desiring to conquer over lust and anger is shown. So that is discrimination necessary. Evam buddhe param buddhava. So this will be Bhagavad Gita 3.36 to 43. So that's what is just the overview here. Having accepted the superiority bhakti which is transcendental to the gunas over Gyan Yoga and Nishkam Karma Yoga in the previous chapters. So bhakti is completely transcendental. It's beyond the three modes. And this Vishwanath Chakra Thakur establishes in 2 point. Who will answer? I have given some hint. I don't know how many of you uh, are attending the whole series so that you can understand the flow. If you're missing something, then you'll not understand the flow, what is happening. So where does Krishna establish bhakti, which is beyond the three modes, as the topmost yoga? What does Vishwanath Chakra Thakur say about it? Vinita Mataji, yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Dandavad Pranam. I just try. Is it 2.40 and 2.40 to 2.45?
Yes, excellent. You should become thorough like this, which verse, what is Krishna's. Over
Thank
Jnana
you.
Yoga is, in one sense, 2.12 to 2.30. And Nishkama Karma Yoga, who will tell? Nishkama Karma Yoga, Vinuta Mataji. Where has Krishna spoken about Nishkama Karma Yoga? I want to
In
see
2.47?
2.472.
550?
53. Shruti
53.
Vipra Pratipannate Yadastasasya Nischala Samadho Achala Buddhi Tada Yogam Avapsasi. So 54 is Arjuna's question. 55 onwards, the the answers are there to Sita Pragya. In previous statements, now manifesting his own eagerness for knowledge. So here you can see the deep inner purport. Now, ultimately, in one sense, Krishna is, in a nutshell, spoken the Bhagavad Gita in the second chapter itself. But for us to, really put this in practical application, we need a lot of detail. And Arjuna has to unfold by asking questions. So, manifesting his own eagerness for knowledge, further knowledge on how to do Karma Yoga and all, Arjuna in a friendly manner. So, you can see Sakyaras. Censures. Censures is a very, very heavy term. Censure means harsh criticism. He criticizes the Lord. The Lord who is encouraging him to fight according to his dharma. So, where does Krishna encourage Arjuna to fight according to his dharma? Where does Krishna encourage Arjuna to fight according to his dharma? Sangam Kane. Where does Krishna encourage? If we don't study thoroughly the second chapter, it is very difficult to understand the whole Bhagavad Gita, frankly speaking. That's why we spent a lot of time. We had 10 classes. Sangam Kane, are you there? No response. Okay. Sri Lalita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Is
Yes.
it at 2.31, Prabhu? 31 to 33?
2.31 to 32. And where else he has spoken?
Uh,
It's 2.47 onwards.
huh.
Karmanevadhikariste also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is based on Karma Kanda level, but this is on the second application of Atma Gyan without
Yes.
desiring the fruits. So he's encouraging Arjuna to. So Arjuna in a friendly manner harshly criticizes the Lord who is, telling him to fight. So now what Arjuna is thinking, if fixed intelligence, buddhi, bhakti transcending the gunas is superior, jayasi. Now here jayasi, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur takes directly bhakti, whereas Baldev Vidyabhushan takes it as jnana. Because ultimately bhakti is the highest and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's whole Gita commentary is, from the perspective of Shuddha Bhakti. So he is directly, mentioning, as I'll show you in the chart, it's very important. You have to understand this. He is directly, if bhakti is better, then why are you telling me to do Nishkam Karma Yoga? But if you go gradually, step by step, it is, Gyan and uh, Gyan is better, then why are you telling me to do this Ghora Karma? So Arjuna is directly this level and this level. He's going, he thinks this Ghora Karma is like fighting his sin. So this is what Arjuna is saying. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is taking because he is glorifying bhakti, as the highest. Then why do you engage me in this terrible action in the form of war? Ghora Karma. Hmm? Tad karmani, kat kim? What is the verse? Tat kim karmani ghore. Ghora karma. Oh Janardhan, by your order, you are causing pain. Ardhan means to cause pain to your own associate. Jana can mean, people in general, but, Arjuna is in Sakyaras, his own associate. Why are you, your own associate, causing so much trouble? Actually, when you become very dear to Krishna, what does Krishna do, Anyone? What does Krishna do when you trust, when you start becoming very dear to him? Yes, Subha Ikshana Krishna Prabhuji.
Prabhu, Krishna takes away um, all our wealth and all the
No,
requirements.
that is there. That is for a very high level. But when you start becoming closer and near and dear to Krishna, what does Krishna do?
Thus, as a Chaitya Guru, as Paramatma sitting in our heart.
I don't understand what you're saying. Haribol, can you speak a little loudly?
So he guides us as a Chaitya Guru in our heart.
We are, you have to see the mood here. You have to go into the mood of Arjuna. Why do you engage me in this terrible action in the form of war? Oh, Janardana, by your order, you are causing pain to your own associate. So, in this mood, you have to give your answer now. So, yes, somebody throw some light. Yes. Wait, let me mute all of you. Otherwise, there'll be sometimes background noise. Sumit Prabhuji had raised his hand first. Let me ask Sumit. Yes.
Uh, Prabhuji, Krishna is chastising Arjun.
Arey yaar. Here, Arjuna is chastising Krishna by saying Janardana. Sarcastic words is using, no, Janardana. And he has a deeper meaning. Why are you causing pain to your own friend, man? Arjuna is saying, and you're telling Krishna is chastising Arjuna. Arjuna is chastising here.
No,
I hope you got it, na?
no, I got it. So I mean to say that because Krishna chastises Arjun, and now Arjuna is saying, "Why are you,
Where
giving
did
pain?"
Krishna chastise Arjuna?
In the second chapter, when he like 2.11 and
Now
that.
that is over now, Prabhuji. You're far, far
Okay.
background. We have come now to, we have come to, Jnana 2.12, and then we have come to Nishkam Karma Yoga. At this point, when Arjuna is, yeah, Abhishek Prabhuji, I want you all to understand the mood, the power, what is happening between, what are the emotions which is going on between Arjuna and Krishna, which Vishwanath Chakravarti in his commentary is bringing out. And I want devotees to try. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So actually, Krishna is giving his devotee the chance to chastise him, and to
Pardon? What did you say?
Krishna is giving Arjuna the chance to chastise him and something like this.
No, my question, I hope you understood, all of you understood my question. My question is that when you become close to Krishna, when you come close to Krishna, what does Krishna do to that devotee? I know it is a little difficult to figure out, but I want devotees to try. Yes, Harsh Radha Mataji, where are you? Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandatana.
Hmm.
Does Krishna use the devotee to spread his
Can you
message?
speak
Like
a
he
little
is
loudly, please?
Krishna is using Arjuna to spread his message.
But that we
Then
all
his
know, Mataji, but please understand my question. Now, when you become dear to Krishna, that means you're moving closer to Krishna. You're your own associate here it is, and Krishna
but
is, telling Arjuna to fight this war. And Arjuna is feeling Arey, why are you putting me in this, telling me to do this ghastly war? So my question to all of you is that when you start becoming dear to Krishna and move closer to Krishna, what does Krishna do? Is my question.
Krishna takes Krishna takes the reins of the devotees
Yeah.
like in his
Okay, that
hands.
is that is okay, but still I want some deeper bhavas. Yeah, what really happens? Vinita Mataji. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I'll try.
Try.
Does he put us through challenges of decision?
Yes, that's the answer. Krishna will put you in the fire of purification and give you such challenging things, and you'll feel, "Arey baapre, why I am being chosen to do this difficult service? You know, why he could have chosen anyone else? But you are dear to Krishna, and Krishna wants you more near to you. So by giving that challenges, he wants to more purify you and more become dear. But now Arjuna is feeling, Tat kim karmani ghore mam, you are Janardana. Why are you causing pain to me, to your own associate by giving this kind of a pain? So, don't ever think, that you'll advance in Krishna consciousness. Arey, I'm doing my business and I have a small business that is taking care of my monthly expenses. And, I will take one small single room in Mayapur, and I'll take another single room in Vrindavan, and maybe another room in Jagannath Puri, and I'll just attend yatras and stay and do my bhajan. No, you will never get purified. Krishna will put you in so much trouble and crisis because all the anarthas which are deep rooted only Krishna knows. And you have to get purified by that. So don't ever expect that, without going through challenges and crises and Krishna putting in these troubles, he is our ever well-wisher. He wants to uplift us, you know. So that's what is internally happening. This is the mood of Arjuna here. Why are you causing pain? And then see the mood here. It is also not possible to avoid following your order. O Keshava. So he's addressing your Janardana, and he has accepted now. Arjuna has accepted Krishna as a spiritual master. Now he has to follow his order. When he accepts the spiritual master's order and it is difficult, sometimes we want to give it up and we go back to the spiritual master, and then, spiritual master says, continue, continue, and we cannot neglect the order, and we feel internally, the kind of a difficulty. But that is actually, you have to transcend those anarthas. And the spiritual master Krishna wants you to come to the transcendental platform. So, O Keshava, controller of even Brahma and Shiva. Ka means Brahma, Ish means Shiva, and Ka, Isha, Va. Va means Vayase. Vayase means you control. So, you control Brahma and Shiva also. So, I am also under your control, though I have to follow your order. So, you can see, array, neojacy. Neojacy is the term which has come. Neojacy in English is noose. A buffalo is tied in the nose, the ropes, and such a huge buffalo, you can just take the rope and pull. So now I've been pulled by your instructions, and I have to follow, because even Brahma and Shiva, have follow your orders and instructions. So who am I, But you're causing pain to your associate. Huh? That's what is the mood here. So when Arjuna speaks these verses, Keshava, Neojasi, harsh criticism, then Krishna, stares at Arjuna. And Arjuna, seeing this stare, in the second verse, he will clarify. No, 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 I'm confused by your statements. Can you just clarify? So that's the mood happening in the second verse. So that's why he clarifies and speaks the second verse. Already he has asked the question in the first verse. Vyamishreneva vakyena buddhim mohasiva me tadekam vada nishchitya yena shreyam apnuyan. You bewilder me. Me buddhim mohayasiva with your mixture of words. Vyamishrena vakyena. Mishra means mixture of words. And Vyamishrena means, your Vya is a suffix, Vakyena. Now speak clearly. Tad ekam vada nishchitam. So that I can attain the highest benefit. Yena aham shreya apniyam. So you speak nishchitam. You've spoken about, performing Nishkama Karma Yoga. You've spoken about Shanti, Jnana stage, Sthita Pragya, that lofty level of consciousness. You also spoken about Karma Kanda, and ultimately have contrasted and have condemned that. So all these are confusing for me. Vyamishrena. So speak to me, and what is for me the highest benefit. Now, please hear this purport. It is a very lengthy purport, and this will clarify everything. Now, see, you can again see Sakyaras. Arjuna, Krishna is speaking. That's why it is in blue here. Oh, my friend, Arjuna, it is true that bhakti beyond the gunas is supreme. That's the highest. But since that is obtained only by the mercy of my great pure devotees in an unexpected manner, yadrichaya, out of their own will, even Krishna cannot give bhakti to anyone, because that right he has given it to his pure devotees. And wherever the pure devotees want to bestow bhakti, to anyone, Krishna is also obliged. Krishna has no control over that pure devotee. And Krishna is subservient to that pure devotee. So that's the glory of bhakti. Bhakti is independent. Bhakta is independent. And the bhakta, Bhagwan loses his independence. Bhagwan becomes captured in the heart of the bhakta. And that's what Krishna tells to, Durvas Muni. Sadhu hridayam hum. I am in the heart of the sadhu and sadhu is in the heart of my. Nahi swatantra dvija. I don't have independence. I've lost my independence. My devotee can sell me anywhere and I don't have control. So that is the level of prema between the Lord and his devotee. So in an unexpected manner, it is not attained by the efforts of the individual. Therefore, I have given a blessing to you. Be transcendental to the gunas, nisray gunebhav, be transcendental to gunas by transcendental bhakti. When these blessings mature, you will attain bhakti by such unexpected mercy of the pure devotees. So you will attain bhakti by the causeless mercy, Mahat Kripa, you will attain. As it is fitting to the present circumstances, directing you to engage in activity is also valid. Using the words Karmanyeva Adhikaraste, you are qualified for action. So Arjuna is a Kshatriya. So in the present circumstances, you are qualified for karma and especially Nishkam Karma Yoga. So when Krishna speaks this, Arjuna says, then why do you not clearly tell me to engage in activity? You throw me in an ocean of doubt. Vyamishrena vakyena. What is that? You bewilder my intelligence by those words which are a mixture of various meanings. Vyamishrena. Buddhim mohasi. My intelligence is bewildered. Note, the analysis of Vyamishrena is V for Visheshata, particularly, and A for completely. Particularly, completely, mixture of words. In India, everyone knows mixtures. There is Bhel Puri mix, and so many mixtures, and mixtures are very tasty. Because there are different flavors. There's no one taste. So, but to execute action, uh, you need nishchitam. So, what Arjuna is feeling, please try to understand. Krishna is saying that you do action in the form of war, but don't desire the fruits. At the same time, be shant. Gyan, he spoke about shanti, shanti. It's like, be still, calm, peaceful, shant, So, just like, if you're moving pulling, oil pulling is done by bullock carts, and the bullocks move around. And if you're moving also, how can you be still? You can either be moving or you can be still. So you're telling me too. That's why I'm bewildered. Vyamishrena. Tell me nishchitam, bruhi. Tell me for certain whether, I should move or I should be still, Gyan or, karma in the form of nishkam karma yoga, because bhakti will come by the grace of the pure devotees on their own account. So that's what Vishwanath Chakravarti. Though you have mentioned about action, karmanivadikaraste, you also speak of gyan using the words yoga, such as statements as the following. So yoga is yogastu kuru karmani sangam tektva dhananjaya siddha siddha samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. So how many of you remember I had mentioned Krishna begins by defining Nishkama Karma Yoga, and there are, okay, what's happening? Yeah. He starts with Nishkama Karma Yoga in the Bhagavad Gita. Nishkama Karma Yoga in the Bhagavad Gita by which verse? 2 point? Who will answer? 2 point? Let's see who has not yet answered. Rupanaga Jivan Prabhuji. Which verse?
Is it 2.47?
Yes, very good. 2.47. So this is first definition of yoga, to connect. And there is jnana. There is jnana here. What is the jnana, Rupanaga Jivan Prabhu here? of a Nishkam Karma Yogi? With what knowledge he does actions? With what knowledge he does actions? Rupanuga Jivan Prabhuji. I mentioned this.
Without attachment to fruits.
Yes. And then non-doership.
Non-doers.
Karma
Yes.
phala heturvur. And he gave the definition of
To
Gyan.
right to work, but do not.
No, don't think that you are the cause of the work, And then he has defined yoga. He has given the definition of yoga. Where he has given the definition of yoga next again? Let's ask somebody else. Govind Nandini Mataji, where he gave the second definition of yoga.
Prabhuji, I don't remember.
Did you attend all the past classes?
Not all classes, some of the classes.
If you miss something, then the whole flow in the Bhagavad Gita will not be clear. No, you cannot.
Yeah, I try
You
to
will
hear
not,
the
and
recordings.
you will not relish it also, frankly speaking. Okay, Kanchan Sharma Mataji, where is the second definition of yoga given? Yeah.
Yogastha Kuru Karmani.
Yes, very good. It's this particular verse. So he has spoken about attaining neutrality, 2.48. Tada yoga uchyate. So he has spoken about this is also a level of jnana. And then the highest level, where he has spoken. Who will answer now? Hari Pran or Chakraram Prabhuji, I think. There are two devotees who are attending together. Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Your audio is not clear. No, audio is not clear. Okay. Natwar Prabhu.
271.
Huh?
271.
271. No. There is no question of going in the 255 to 272. They are all there is no discussion of flow there. Yeah, they're only answering Arjuna's question from 255. Parampara Prabhu.
Prabhu, is it like Bhakti Yoga from 240 to 245?
Prabhuji, we are now already in Nishkama Karma Yoga. 2.47 it starts. Where you are speaking about Bhakti Yoga backside?
I didn't attend last two sessions.
That is why I'm taking a test now. If you want to relish Bhagavad Gita and enter into the mystery of Bhagavad Gita, if you don't study the Bhagavad Gita thoroughly for years together, there is no way we'll make advancement in bhakti, frankly speaking. It's a foundational scripture which is the foundation for our spiritual life. Vinuta Mataji, where Krishna has defined the highest level of yoga.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Loka, I don't remember Prabhuji.
Okay. Vinita Mataji, which was?
2.50 to 253.
No,
2.53.
2.53 it is. Shruti Vipra Pratipannate Yadhastasasi Nischala Samhado Achala Buddhi Tada Yogam Avapsasi. So ultimately, when you come to this point, when the intelligence is completely purified, that means there is the heart, purification of the heart is happening. That is the purpose of Nispam Karma Yoga, purification of heart. When the heart is not at all agitated by any sense desires, then you are situated on Jnana. Then you can practice Jnana Yoga. Then there is no impetus to do activity because there are no impressions. And then there are no, the influence of the modes is not there. So you are situated in Sthita Pragya, So this is the point. We have to understand this. So you spoke about this, you spoke, such statements as this. And then you spoke what? Buddhi yukta jahatiha ube sukrute dushkrute tasmad yoga yunjasva yoga karma sukoshalam. So you spoke about this also, That is this, be engaged in yoga, So here again, yoga is Nishkam Karma Yoga only. Again, there is, what is that Gyan? To do actions without any having reactions. Subhe Sukriti, and all the past sinful and pious reactions are destroyed. That is the art of doing work, Performance of without attachment is the skill. And you speak only of knowledge in such statements as yadate moha kalilam buddhi vyatitarishati, when your intelligence is completely crossed the dens of knowledge, or 2.53 also you can say. Now note, footnote. Confusion arises in Arjuna because of the use of the words buddhi and sama, which are associated with gyan. Sama means, be equipoised, Buddhi means, buddhi, he's confused between these words. In Karmanivadikaraste, the Lord also speaks about complete renunciation of fruits. But by the end of chapter 2, Krishna shows Nishkam Karma matures into Gyan. So Nishkama Karma Yoga matures into Gyan. I showed you by this graph, Nishkama Karma Yoga matures into Gyan. That is from 2.47 to 2.53. Now, if you're not able to understand all this discussion which I'm having, please ask hundreds of questions. Because if you don't understand this, then it is difficult to follow what is going to happen in the coming verses. The word iva indicates that your words are not actually filled with many meanings. Vyamishena iva vakyena buddhi mohasema iva. Iva means actually your words are perfect and nishchitam, actually they are, but they are not filled. It is not your desire to bewilder me, as you are merciful. Why will the Lord bewilder by giving such instruction? Because Lord is merciful. Nor is it that I do not know the meaning, but you should speak this clearly. It's not that Arjuna doesn't understand the meaning of what Krishna is speaking. Arjuna is a Nitya Siddha, but speak more clearly so that it can be further elaborated, so that for us, the whole path of how to practice Krishna consciousness, becomes clear. So now I'm just taking out Prabhupada's purport on this, so that we just get a hint of Prabhupada says, he says, no, not this, sorry, third chapter, In other words, by his questions, he's clearing the path of Krishna consciousness for all students who seriously want to understand the mystery of Bhagavad Gita. So for us, he is clearing by, otherwise Arjuna knows, the meaning very clearly, The deep sense is this: compared to karma in the mode of passion, karma in the mode of goodness is superior. Note, this is Nishkama Karma Yoga in its mature stage. Superior to that is Jnana, which is also Sattvic. And Bhakti beyond the modes is superior to that. So you can see there are 4 levels. Please try to understand this again. Now, Bhakti Yoga is Nirguna. It's beyond the modes. You have to also be beyond the modes to practice Bhakti Yoga. Then there is Nishkama Karma Yoga. Now, in Nishkama Karma Yoga, there are 2 levels. In the beginning, Nishkama Karma Yoga, you do because there is passion. And that's why you need to engage. You have to do karma. But by doing these actions without desiring the fruits, slowly the sattva in us will increase. And when Nishkama Karma Yoga matures, what happens? This is Nishkama Karma Yoga in goodness. This is what Nishkama Karma Yoga means, mature stage. This is 2.53 and this is 2.47. So Krishna has spoken about Bhakti Yoga, Nishkam Karma Yoga. He has spoken about Karma Kanda also. And he has spoken about Vikarma also. Vikarma is not directly spoken or elaborated, but that's understood. So now Arjuna, and this is also called as Jnana. It's called as Jnana. And this is the platform by where you can practice Jnana Yoga. Now, what is Arjuna trying to do here? Which level he wants to take up? There is some distraction. I don't know why. which level he wants to take up? Which level he wants to take up here? Sumit Prabhuji, which level he wants to take up directly?
So he taking directly from that Nishkam Karma Yoga directly to Bhakti Yoga.
No, Prabhuji, you're not answering my question.
Okay.
See, there is Bhakti Yoga, which is beyond the three modes.
Mhm.
And Krishna has already told that this you are not qualified now because you will attain by the mercy of pure devotees.
Mhm.
Okay. Now he has spoken about this bhakti. Definitely he has spoken about it. 2.40 to 45.
Mhm.
Now he has spoken about Nishkama Karma Yoga from 2.47 and how Nishkama Karma Yoga ultimately matures, and when you become Sthita Pragya, your Jnana Nishta or your Sthita Pragya. And that Sthita Pragya lections he has spoken. So that is, when you engage, perform Nishkam Karma Yoga, gradually you purify. When the heart is completely pure, you are at this stage. Correct?
Yes.
You attain internal Shanti in the form of no material desires in the heart. Okay? Okay. So now Arjuna wants to take which level directly?
So Arjuna is taking that path of 2.47.
Prabhuji, what is Arjuna's question?
That why are you asking me to do this war and
Jayasi Chet Karamana se Mata Buddhi. If Gyan is better, then why are you telling me to do karma? So which level is Arjuna subscribing here among these four levels? You are bewildered about.
I just want to read the shloka translation.
It's not easy actually, you should really meditate a lot, It took us also a long time. That is why we should study the Bhagavad Gita every day. Every day we should without fail study the Bhagavad Gita. And years of such study will become, all these things will become clear. Anyone else would like to try? I've already explained in the beginning before I started the discussion on the verses also. But anyone else would like to try? Oh, Parampara Prabhuji, yes.
So Arjuna told in the beginning that he has only two options, either Vikarma or Jnana. So he is directly choosing Jnana.
He's directly choosing Jnana, for which he is, this Jnana platform, to come to this Jnana platform, you have to actually perform Nishkam Karma Yoga. Without performing Nishkam Karma Yoga, you cannot come to this platform of, Nishkam Karma Yoga, which matures into Jnana. And he wants Shanti. That's why he's taking up. And it's all conditioned soul's nature that what we are not qualified for, we want to get that. We don't know our adhikar. Superior to that jnana, which is also sattvic, and bhakti beyond the modes is superior. So bhakti is superior. If you say that bhakti is not possible for me, then instruct me on jnana alone. See here. Instruct me on jnana. Why you are instructing me in Nishkam Karma Yoga, this Ghora Karma? Then I will be free from bondage of samsara and misery. This is misery. This war is a misery. I want to become free from this samsara. Okay. There seem to be a conflicting implications in the instructions I've heard from you. Sometimes you have given me instructions on Nirvana Bhakti, devotion free from the influence of the material qualities of goodness, passion, and ignorance, which is attained only by the mercy of your devotee. 2.40 to 45. Again, please, buy VCT's Bhagavad Gita hard copy and study it along with Prabhupada's and mark all these things. Otherwise, at other times you have instructed me who has karmadikar, the qualification to perform my prescribed duties with faith. So that's what Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying in his commentary. My conclusion is that sattvic karma, action performed in the mode of goodness, is superior to rajasic karma, action performed in the mode of passion. And that jnana, knowledge in the mode of goodness, is superior to sattvic karma. So I mentioned now, once you come to sattvic karma, then your sthita pragya, then your gyan, you are situated in gyan and you are qualified for gyan yoga. So these are the gradations already which I have made here, you know. So here, karma yoga and goodness, and then you attain the jnana stage, you know, knowledge in the mode of goodness, you know. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is clarifying that if I do not have qualification to attend Nirgun Bhakti, to attain, I should think it should be, let us see, which is superior to even Gyan, then please instruct me on Gyan by which I can free myself from bondage of material existence. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is repeating what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying, but he is using these terms. Conversely, it is proper to give instructions on karma to those who are, what is this? Something is really wrong. Let me see the original commentary. Conversely, it is proper to give instructions on karma to those who are qualified. You know, to those who are qualified, should be qualified for karma. Therefore, please give me definitive instructions. So Arjuna also understands that I am qualified for karma, but he is more attracted to Gyan, hearing the lofty consciousness of Gyan, and he wants to avoid this war. So Arjuna understands his situation now there. So that is what, you know, now, how many of you understood this discussion of these two verses? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. These two verses, how many of you understood this? And if you have any questions also, you can raise your hands. I'm just going to take a little more time. I've decided that we'll, you know, continue till 8:15, 8:30, so that we can cover, you know, as per the schedule, I'm supposed to finish by this month end Bhagavad Gita and then start the middle structure. So any questions, or have you understood it or not understood? You know, if you're having any clarifications, you can raise your hands. Any questions you have? Vinita Mataji, yes. Yes, Mataji, you can. I've unmuted it.
The last part you were too fast. Like till there, I understood that one cannot get Jnana Yoga until unless you finish with your Nishkam Karma Yoga.
Yeah, basically, I
After.
just repeated Bhaktivinoda Thakur's commentary. So there is, you know, Rajasic karma. Okay, it is Nishkam karma yoga because Rajaguna is there. Then there is Sattvic Nishkama karma yoga. And when it fully matures and you're, you know, you attained Sthita Pragya, then you're in, you know, Gyan. You're situated in Gyan. You have Adhikar for Gyan yoga. Above that is highest is Bhakti yoga. So Arjuna is thinking, why are you putting me in this, you know, Rajasic karma of Nishkam karma yoga when, you know, I can do Gyan, you know, because Gyan is, you know, superior, right? So why don't you instruct me in, you know, in Gyan? So that's the point Arjuna is trying to say. I hope it is clear.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Any other questions anyone else has? Any other questions? Any other clarifications? This is very, very important. You'll have to understand this. We spent a lot of time in trying to explain this. And maybe many times you have to hear also and maybe read and meditate. It's not going to be easy. It will not come. This understanding will not come so easy. But if you have any clarifications for now, I can take up. Okay, let's take two more verses because they are all connected. Because if I don't want to keep you hanging till tomorrow. So now the Lord speaks. Lokesmin dvida nishta pura prokta maya naga jnana yogena sankhyanam Karma yogena yoginam. The Lord said, Sri Bhagavan Vacha, I have spoken in the last chapter, Maya Pura Prokta. So this Maya Pura Prokta can refer to the last chapter, or he has spoken before also the Bhagavad Gita to Sun God. Of two types of qualification, Dvida, Nishta. So Nishta here means actually not, uh, the stage Nishta, which is there, Anarth Nivritti, Nishta, So Nishta here means faith based on Adhikar. Nishta here is faith based on Adhikar. There has to be Adhikar. And Pura Prokta Maya Anaga. Maya means by Anaga. Arjuna, you are sinless. You understand all this. Because sometimes we don't understand because the sins are obstructing in our understanding. Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam. So there is this, those who have Adhikar for Sankhya Jnana, they practice Jnana Yoga. And Karma Yogena Yoginam. And those who have Adhikar for Karma, they have Jnana, in the form of Sankhya knowledge, Sankhya Darshan. And they are Sthita Pragya also. Please remember that. And those who have Adhikar for Karma, they do Karma Yoga. They have Adhikar for Karma. And Karma here refers to, please remember, Nishkam Karma Yoga. Okay? So, two types of qualification of people in this world. Those qualified for Jnana are known as practitioners of Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam. So, Jnana here means Sankhya basically. And those qualified for Nishkam Karma are known as practitioners of Karma Yoga. Now, a little deeper point, please try to understand this. Those qualified for Jnana are practitioners of Jnana Yoga. What does this mean is, please carefully understand. Again, repeatedly I am bringing out these points so that we clearly understand. Nishkama Karma Yoga begins with 2.47. And there is Gyan within that Nishkama Karma Yoga. And Nishkama Karma Yoga matures when there is complete purification of the heart. Purification of heart, which is 2.53. And now there is no impetus to do karma because, the heart is purified. Now you're in sattva. You're situated in sattva. And sattva means knowledge. And knowledge means the jnanis, their main, knowledge is Sankhya Darshan, analysis, Sankhya, 24 elements, So they are into deliberation, contemplation. That is their path. That is their sadha, contemplation. So to contemplate, if there is impetus to do karma, how will you contemplate? Because your body is pushing you to do action. So those are qualified for Gyan. So that means to come to qualification of Gyan means you should be if your Nishkam karma should have matured and you are in Sattva, that is Sattvic karma, and then you are situated in Gyan and Nishta or Sthita Pragya. Then you are qualified for that. So these are not two different paths. What? Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga. These are only one path with different levels, based on Adhikar. So this is Karma Yoga, Nishkam Karma Yoga. This is Nishkam Karma Yoga in Sattva. This is Rajas. And this is Gyan, where you are qualified for Jnana Yoga. So they are not two different paths. They are, one above the other, So that's what. Now, please hear carefully what the Lord answers. Here the Lord answers, you have asked me to indicate clearly either one of either Karma Yoga or Jnana Yoga, since I have explained both in an impartial way. The two processes that I have explained are for persons qualified for Karma and Jnana, according to different circumstances. It is not that these people are equally suitable. It is not that these people are equally suitable for liberation. This is now explained in two verses. So I'll explain these two verses and end the discussion. I have explained in the previous chapter, Pura Prata, two types of qualification. For those engaged in knowledge, Sankhyanam, who have risen to the state of knowledge by purity of heart, there is steadiness in Jnana Yoga. Otherwise, if there is no heart, pragya is not fixed, and the intelligence is agitated for sense gratification and he does doing karma, then he cannot be engaged in Sankhya. This is their limited field. They are known in this world for cultivation of knowledge, jnana. This is shown in the verses such as the following. Tani sarvani sanyamya yukta sita matvara vasheyasya indriyani tasya pragya pratishtita. So he quotes 2.61. For those who are not able to ascend to the platform of knowledge because of impurities of the heart, there is a means to ascend that platform. They become fixed in Nishkama Karma Yoga, activities without desire offered to me. They are known as those engaged in karma. Verses such as the following illustrate this yoga. And Vishnu Chakrathakur gives this Swadharmam apicha aveksha na vikampitam arhasi dharmadhi yuddha shreyanya kshatriyasya nya vidyate. Now you might be questioning, this verse is this verse Nishkam Karma Yoga or Karma Sakam Karma? Who will answer? Is it Nishkam Karma Yoga or Sakam Karma? What do you think, Natvar Prabhu? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Are you there?
Yeah, I am here.
You are
Can
with
you
us?
repeat the question again?
That's what you are with us. You are attentively hearing. If you ask me to repeat, that means, whether this verse is Sakama Karma or it is Nishkama Karma. 2.31.
It's Niskam Karma.
No, you have not thought carefully and answered. Please study the second chapter thoroughly, repeatedly. Otherwise, no point going ahead, I feel. It's all blind for us, It's like, going for third, fourth, fifth chapter is like going in the blind tunnel. You'll not follow anything. Second chapter is foundational. Vinita Mataji, yes.
It is Sakam Karma, Prabhuji, because
Yes,
it gives
it is.
enjoyment.
Sakama Karma it is. So ultimately, Vishwanath Chakravarti is giving this, but ultimately, in the flow of the Gita, it is also coming, 2.47 in the flow. So ultimately, the first level of Atmagyan, then second level of Atmagyan. So like that, he is directly quoting this, so it doesn't matter. The Karmi and the Jnani are different in name only. Actually, the persons engaged in karma become pure-hearted Jnanis by their actions. So you have to do actions first and purify the heart, and then you will come to the platform of Jnana. And the Jnanis become liberated by bhakti. This is the meaning of all my words. Ultimately, the Jnanis, in order to become liberated, they have to take up to bhakti. But bhakti will, liberation is a byproduct. And if the Jnani wants liberation, then he has to practice a mixture of bhakti, and that bhakti element which is there in that Jnana will liberate him. Okay, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. I did not say in the previous chapter that Sankhya Yoga and Karma Yoga are mutually unrelated methods of attaining liberation. Gyan also, inaction is there, it gives liberation. Nishkama Karma Yoga, there is what? Renounced activity. That also gives liberation. Again, I'm coming back here to this chart. In Jnana Yoga, there is renounced inactivity, no fighting, which gives liberation. And Nishkam Karma Yoga, there is renounced activity, fighting, but that will also give you liberation. And Krishna is recommending Arjuna the second one. But he wants to renounce and he doesn't want to take part in this Ghora Karma. No fighting. He doesn't want the fighting and he wants to leave the battle field. So that is what is Bhaktivinoda Thakur saying here. This path is suitable for purifying the consciousness of those who have faith in the process of Karma Yoga. But by faith in Sankhya Yoga, they attain the land of devotion or Bhakti Yoga. So ultimately, he's exactly repeating what Vishwanath Chakravarti is saying, but different words. Even those whose consciousness is impure climb to the stage of Gyan by the path of Nishkam Karma Yoga, and finally by Bhakti, they attain liberation. So ultimately, Bhakti is being glorified. Ultimately, from Nishkam Karma Yoga, come to Gyan Yoga, and from Gyan Yoga, ultimately, you come to Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is highest. And if your consciousness is not pure, then you perform Krishna Karma Yoga, you'll attain the stage of Gyan, and ultimately, you'll come to Bhakti. Actually, the ladder to attain Bhakti is only one, but because of the different straits of the climbers, that faith or Nishtha is of two types. Okay. Last verse. Na karmanam anarambhan naishkarmyam purusha shnute na cha sannyasana siddhim samadhigacchati. Without performance of prescribed karmas, karmanam anarambha, without beginning that, a person cannot attain purity. Purusha naishkarmyam na shnute. So you have to perform nishkama karma yoga, and then renounce the fruits and then come to this point where you have attained shantim, where there is no purification of the heart. The heart is pure. The chit is pure because ube sukrute dushkrute has all happened. Naishkarma. Naishkarma is the state where there is no impetus to do karma because you're situated in Gyan. Just by renouncing activities, sannyasana deva, Arjuna wants to renounce here only the activity of war. He has Kshatriya dharma. He wants to renounce. An impure person cannot attain perfection. Just by wearing the robe of a sannyasi and there is internal impetus to do karma, you cannot get purified and neither you can attain perfection. This verse explains that without purity of heart, Gyan does not rise. By not engaging in activities recommended in scriptures, one cannot attain Gyan. Gyan is Naishkarmya. One with an impure heart cannot attain Gyan by renunciation of activities recommended in the scriptures, sannyasat. Okay, so that's what in gist, and the whole flow will now happen and you will slowly understand this. Okay, any questions you have up till now, what we discussed? Any questions, any clarifications you have? I hope I'm not going fast. I'm actually going very slow, I feel. Step by step, I'm trying to explain, repeat it as much as possible. But any questions you have? Any clarifications? Parampara Prabhuji, you have to attend the previous classes if you have missed and will not be able to understand the flow.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, tell us.
Prabhuji, just one question on today's topic. Like, does Nishkama Karma Yoga also lead to Bhakti Yoga without Jnana Yoga also? Suppose,
Yeah.
currently,
You are right. You are right. Actually, there is I brought out this answer. I had already discussed this answer in the previous classes, but I'll make the point. Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga are very similar. In Karma Yoga, based on your nature, Swabhava, you identify a Brahmana, Kshatriya, and based on your Swabhava, you do your Swadharma, which is Varnashram Dharma, and offer the results to the Lord. In Bhakti Yoga, actually, Bhakti Yoga means Nirgun Bhakti Yoga. We have to be transcendental. We are not at that level, frankly speaking. So Nirgun Bhakti will only begin there. So we have taken to Bhakti Yoga now, but we have the influence of the modes. So there is a lot of activity we do, actions. So there are two levels of actions which we do. One actions are like, for maintaining our body, and based on our nature, we have engineering mentality, painting mentality, or so many skills we have. And we are doing all that to earn our livelihood. So those we are trying to dovetail to Krishna, and we have activity in the form of, doing services for Krishna that is directly please Krishna. So in one sense, within Bhakti also, we are practicing Karma Yoga only, in one sense. It is Bhakti Yoga at the level of Karma Yoga. But there is Karma Yoga in the form of Varnashram, whereas there is offering of foods to the Lord. That's a gradual step, but this is direct. But by taking up to this direct process of Bhakti Yoga, what happens is our nature, conditioned nature, will gradually quickly get purified the more we dovetail our activities to Krishna and the more we engage our nature in Krishna service. You know, somebody is a businessman, you know, his nature is that he wants to do business and expand his business. Now, coming in touch with Krishna consciousness, you know, he takes up the portfolio of raising funds for the temple and he invests his energy now, uses his business skills to raise funds so that he can build a temple. So he's dovetailing his nature and he will gradually elevate. And then when he transcends the modes, then Nirguna Bhakti begins. Please remember that. Is it clear?
Yes, Prabhu. So you mean like Yukta Vairagya is part of what we are doing currently in Nishkam
It's
as
not actually Yukta Vairagya is a very, very lofty principle. First, we have to start practicing Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti.
okay.
And then when we really advance, you have to become Anasakta first.
Yeah,
We
but that
use this
dovetailing,
principle of Yukta Vairagya, but we have to be very careful.
yeah, but that dovetailing term that is often used as
No,
kind of
that is not actually Yukta Vairagya, actually. We are just dovetailing our nature in Krishna service. That's not Yukta Vairagya. There are two different concepts which we will not discuss now.
okay.
Let us see whenever it comes up, we will discuss that. One has to thoroughly study the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu also for this. Okay. So
Thank
I'll
you.
not discuss that. Kanchan Sharma Mataji, yes. What is the initiated name, Mataji? Hare Krishna. Can you speak a little loudly? Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Is your audio working, Mataji? Okay, I think it's not. Any other questions anyone else has? Any other clarifications? Okay, Granthra Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.